wasn't even ready. Thought I had it ready. It's always something. Hopefully we can get it going here. All right, looking good, looking good. Cool beans. Hey, thank you so much for tuning in. It's been a really interesting few days, and stuff is just getting crazier and crazier by the minute. Actually, by the second, stuff is just getting crazier. It's getting a lot crazier. I titled this, "It's Happening," because there's some things that's happening right now that a lot of people are unaware of, and things are getting a lot worse. And I'm going to share some of this with you tonight. So please do me a favor, help me out, hit the share button. Please share this video. Let's just get into this first one, because I tried to line these up so you can see what I'm seeing. And I'm talking about the clips that I'm getting ready to share with you. The left have come completely unhinged, off the rail, unglued, off the link, off the chain, and not in a good way. They have done so much damage, and they expect all of us to just ride along with it. I mean, people can't be in their right mind riding along with this stuff. You can't be. You can't be. So let me say, Lord Jesus, thank you so much for tonight. Lord Jesus, thank you so much. Keeping us safe, Lord. Keeping us out of harm's way, Lord. Please look after those, Lord, out there that is going through terrible things right now, Lord. We know that terrible things and terrible days are coming. Terrible times are coming, Lord. Please give us the strength. Allow us to do your will. In the name of Jesus. In the name of Jesus. Let me get to this first one here, because this one is all about corruption. The corruption we're seeing is just boom, like a rocket. And I'm not even talking about Elon Musk. He's bringing free speech, and for some reason, people are just getting all crazy about it. Oh my goodness. How dare he actually want to bring free speech? Who does he think he is? I mean, there's even conservatives saying, how dare he? Like, you have to get on Twitter now. I'm still trying to figure that one out. Maybe he has some stuff going on, but you know what? Hey, free speech. But when he change, then my view, my opinion will change. But right now, he's fighting for free speech. He just bought it, right? So right now, but if it changed, then I'm reserve my opinion for anybody and everybody, right? But listen to this first one here. This is the corruption that we're seeing here in the United States of America. And they're so busy about wokeness, they're not even paying attention to this corruption, right? They know the corruption is there, but they don't want to say anything about the corruption. Why? Because they are the ones who created the corruption. And I'm talking about the tyrannical left.
The meeting in the Oval Office on January 5th, 2017. Barack Obama was there. Joe Biden was there. The head of the DOJ, the FBI, and the CIA was there. Donald Trump was getting ready to enter the presidency, and they sat there and agreed, we're going to launch the federal government to go after Donald Trump. We're going to weaponize it. Has never happened in the history of our country. This explains what happened in Crossfire Hurricane, how corrupt it was, including a senior FBI lawyer literally creating a fraudulent document and submitting it to a federal court. He's been convicted, but of course he got a slap on the wrist and served no jail time.
You know, maybe he possibly got cashless bail, right? Cashless, no jail time. This, for a sitting member of Congress, Ted Cruz, being in the Senate, talking about this stuff. I mean, come on. He's not talking about it because he's saying it's possibly going to happen. He's not talking about it saying, well, this is something that they're possibly going to do. No, and no. He's talking about it because this is something that they have done. They have gone and done this.
Russia.
They have done this. It's happening. And let me show you this next clip. Because what's happening is causing people to wake up. A lot of people waking up. But a lot of people on the left are not waking up because of what Ted Cruz said. Sadly. They're not waking up because of that, because all the corruption that the FBI, the DOJ, and all these other organizations have done to the United States of America, they're expecting them to do that. They're happy about it, right? Because if it goes against President Trump, the left are pretty much happy about it. But all this other stuff being tacked on, when you have the inflation, you have the gas prices, you have the border crisis, you have the endless amount of money going to Ukraine, right? We still have that. We still got the food crisis. We still got the baby formula issue, right? We still have that going on. We still have now we have the crime going through the roof. We got the gas problem, right? And they're targeting parents, calling parents domestic terrorists. I got to start on another hand. And then they're trying to sexualize your children, trying to push all that stuff onto them. And then all the other woke stuff that they have tacked on that I can't say here on socialist media because they'll come after me because I don't agree with the wokeness. You understand what I'm saying? So it's a whole bunch of stuff. But then when that happens, you get people like this young lady. Listen to what she says.
I've been a lifelong Democrat, but I'm here to tell you today that I'm flipping to Republican. I can no longer follow this party.
Wow.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. So just imagine, about 2 months ago, I did a report talking about 1 million registered Democrat voters have flipped their party affiliation to Republicans. 2 months ago, 1 million. And I'm willing to bet, I'm pretty sure she probably wasn't even on it. Right? She's probably talking about, because this was on Fox News, and they're talking about Fetterman and talking about how Fetterman's condition, and Fetterman should be in rehab, and they should have never let him on the debate stage because they did this to him. It is a major problem. It is a major concern. Everyone should be concerned about it. And the stuff that is happening right now, all this is happening with all the stuff that we're seeing with the crime in the streets going on is happening by design. There's a video that I just came across that's going to show somebody who's trying to act like they're 4 police officers here lately, right? Only because of, next week, a week from now. That's the only reason being. But listen to this person who's a governor. Listen to this person who's a governor in a state that is literally saying that the crime is not there. They're saying it's all made up. It's not even real. People are putting out false information talking about a crime spree. Oh, listen to the mayor of New York.
I don't think anyone has been
the governor
stronger in many states on dealing with gun control and working with communities. I remember when you were lieutenant governor, you used to show up everywhere with the anti-crime folks. So, I mean, is this just a distorted way of campaigning? I mean, what do you read into this?
Okay, so basically, the way I understand, he's saying that they're making all this crime up. They're making it up. It's not actually happening. They're making it all up. And she's going to go right along with it and try to convince everybody that's watching MSDNC to believe that, hey, the crime that you're actually seeing, that's not actually happening. You even have those on the left trying to say that MAGA Republicans, they're the ones committing all this crime throughout the country. I mean, it's happening. When I say it's happening, the demonic spirit that is blanketing the planet, that is taking over the minds of people, that is happening at an alarming rate. And so many people still cannot make the connection of the spiritual realm and the physical realm. They can't understand it. They can't grasp it. You are a spiritual being. You are a spiritual being walking around in a fleshly body. Make the connection. Make it. You can make it. No one can come in and convince you. No one can try to trick you. You have to want to make the connection. It is a spiritual battle going on. Many people made that connection. Many people understand it. Now listen to her response. Listen to what she says, because she's literally going to say that the crime that is happening across the country is made up.
Governor, these are master manipulators. they have this conspiracy going all across America to try and convince people that in democratic states they're not as safe. Well, guess what? They're also not only election deniers, they're data deniers. The data shows that shootings and murders are down in our state by 15%, even in New York City, down 20% on Long Island, where Lee Zeldin comes from. And it's the Republican states where they have almost no restrictions on guns. Because of the abundance of guns, people are killing each other with more frequency. The safer places are the Democratic states. So,
do you hear this? She said the safer places are the Democrat-ran states because people can arm themselves in red states. So how many people are dying from fentanyl versus gun violence? I encourage everyone to go Google that up. I'm not going to tell you the answer. I encourage you to go look at the number of deaths because of fentanyl, all the drugs coming across this open border, versus gun violence in law-abiding states by law-abiding citizens. Because see, when they talk about the gun violence, talking about all of that, you know who they're talking about? They're talking about criminals. Talking about criminals. Now, talking about criminals, where they're trying to say that it's only Republicans making this up. Only Republicans are making this up. It's not actually happening. No. But they'll also say that it's MAGA Republicans committing all the crimes. You don't believe me? I'm going to share a video with you here in a minute. But before I do that, listen to this one.
Random, brutal, senseless.
I feel gutted that this girl her life was snuffed.
24-year-old Brianna Kupfer was a UCLA grad student studying architectural design. The Pacific Palisades resident was working as a design consultant at a Croft House, a high-end furniture store in the Fairfax district. New York interior designer Lisa Finkenstadt works with Croft often.
I was just hoping to come to the store to visit, and I can't believe the news. It's so terrible. It's really upsetting. I've emailed with her a few times. She's a good salesperson, and it's just really
beautiful young lady murdered for no reason because a homeless guy came into her establishment where she was working at. 24-year-old, beautiful young girl, beautiful lady, and pointless. And this is in UCLA. This was in LA. This is in LA, a blue city, where they try to act like none of this is happening. This is in a blue city, right? When they try to say it's safer in Democrat cities. You heard the governor of New York just say that.
Upsetting.
At about 1:30 Thursday afternoon, Kupfer was alone in the store at La Brea and Beverly. LAPD says a homeless man went in and stabbed her to death. About 20 minutes later, a customer came in and found her on the floor.
20 minutes later. Pointless. And again, the Democrats say that this is not happening. Oh, but wait. Here's another one. This one, the guy that did this murder was let out after stabbing somebody with a screwdriver. He stabbed somebody with a screwdriver, let out on cashless bail, then he gets out, and then he actually commits some murders because of the cashless bail. And guess what? A blue city.
The family of Crystal Byron Nieves coming face to face for the first time with a man accused of killing their loved one. Investigators say Winston Glenn, a homeless man, shot and killed the 19-year-old cashier at an East Harlem Burger King during a January robbery. Thursday, Glenn appeared in court in an orange jumpsuit. He was indicted on first-degree murder and other felony charges and pled not guilty. Outside of court, Crystal's mother was too emotional to speak. Crystal's stepfather called for justice.
So where's BLM at? How come BLM's not all out in the street, right? How come where they at? I'd like to know where the ACLU's at. Where they at? Where's the Indivisible group? All these leftist groups, where are they at? Where's the #MeToo? Where are they at? Where are they? How come they're not marching the street about all this crime that's supposedly not happening?
All we want is this man out of the street so no other family can be hurt this way. so no other family can feel what we're feeling right now.
Prosecutors argue Glynn did everything to evade responsibility after the act, including getting rid of the gun and clothes used during the robbery. Glynn's attorney did not comment. The defendant has prior arrests that include assault and criminal possession of a weapon.
People like this is destroying our neighborhoods, are destroying our families, destroying our country. All we want is justice.
This family wants this killer to be put in jail for life without parole.
Oh, probably not going to happen. We're talking about you're in the Blue City, right? Probably not going to happen. They're probably, if I'm not mistaken, you know what? If it's like Fetterman, not going to happen. If it's like a video that I have to show you here soon, I'm telling you, I got a video I want to share with you. Not going to happen. They are letting hardened criminals back out onto the street so they can commit these horrific crimes. Oh, but wait.
Well, an update now on a deadly double stabbing in Yonkers. Police say a suspect has been arrested in Arizona. 27-year-old Luis Ramos of Yonkers was taken into custody after driving across country. He is accused of killing a 70-year-old woman and her 38-year-old daughter. Their bodies were found Monday inside their home on Shipman Avenue. Police say Ramos was arrested and released in Wappingers Falls, Dutchess County, 8 days ago.
He was arrested for felony arson, and unfortunately he was released on his own recognizance at that time.
Well, police say the motive for the murders is not clear. Ramos is expected to be extradited back.
So he was out on cashless bail. He was out, a felony for arson, right? He was out. And then he goes and murders somebody. And then they apprehend him again. It's like they catch and release these killers to try to make sure that they kill as many people as possible. This is wild, but it gets crazier.
A graduation party on Long Island Drive in the Moe Park neighborhood turned deadly as partygoers opened fire on a car they thought looked suspicious as it was slowly driving past. Tragically, it turned out to be their own friends trying to find the party. The mistaken identity left the driver, 19-year-old Camiona Funches, dead and another friend wounded. Days later, a few candles still flicker at a memorial to the young woman family and friends called Cammie. 17-year-old Rashawn Seabury is one of 3 people charged with first-degree reckless homicide for opening fire on Cammie's car, killing her. 12 News has learned he was free without bail at the time on another reckless homicide charge.
You don't say. He was freed on cashless bail because of another charge. You don't say. You don't say. And kills this beautiful young lady because she's trying to find a party. They wanted to shoot someone. Where's BLM? Hello? BLM? Anybody?
Accused of killing 26-year-old Jasmine Brown in April of last year at 5th and Melvina. According to that criminal complaint, Seabury opened fire on a group of people following an argument, shooting a rifle while standing through the sunroof of a moving car. He was jailed for nearly a year, but after a series of trial delays, 12 News has learned a judge released Seabury without bail. Now he's accused of the other homicide just weeks after he got out.
Wow. Without bail. Just go out. Go do your worst. It's almost like Satan is, the judge. Satan is the judge. And Satan, they go before the judge, and the judge go, okay, yeah. Being Satan, go out. Do your worst. This is what's happening, people. This is what's happening. You've got to wake up right now. Hit the share button, no matter how you're watching this. Hit the heart button, hit the like button on Facebook. You're on Getter, please share this. You're on Rumble, please share this. You're on Spreely, please share this video. No matter how you're watching this right now, share this video. I'm even on Twitch. Share this video. People need to see this information so they can be informed. Now, I got another one for you. Come on. Remember, the Democrats are saying none of this is happening. They're saying none of this is real. They're saying all of this is made up.
Alvin, did you attack him? Alvin Charles led away from the 73rd Precinct in Brownsville tonight in handcuffs, charged with murdering a man on board an L train at the Atlantic Avenue subway station last Friday. Police say Charles slashed 43-year-old Tommy Bailey in the neck during a dispute and then fled. Bailey was pronounced dead at Brookdale Hospital.
Good, quiet guy, man. I've never seen that in him. I mean, I never knew about him having any altercations before. So it's like shocking to me to hear this.
Omari Barnett was friends with Bailey and told Pix 11 he was a father of two, working as a steam fitter at LaGuardia Airport. Bailey's death now marks the 6th so far this year on the subway. Transit crime is up almost 42% this year compared to last, with more than 1,700 violent subway incidents in 2022. Since Bailey's attack, the violence has continued. A 31-year-old was stabbed in the leg Tuesday evening during an argument near the shuttle in the Times Square station. And on Monday, a 25-year-old rider was pushed onto the tracks at Union Square, splitting open his forehead in an apparent unprovoked attack. 36-year-old Clarence Anderson of the Bronx is now charged with his assault. The transit advocacy group Passengers United is calling for police patrols on every subway train after 9 p.m.
You need more police. You need them riding the subway cars, eyeballing people and talking to people and, just keeping an eye on the criminal.
Keep an eye on the criminal. New York. And the governor, in the beginning of this broadcast, thereabout, I just showed a video with the governor saying that all of that is made up. None of that is happening. So how am I able to show it to you? How am I able to show you all these videos from different locations, New York and across the country, of the violence that is happening if it's not actually happening? You think I have that much time to get all these people to coordinate together to make up a story to tell everyone the crime is happening? Really? You really think I have that much? My goodness. Now, the reason why all this is happening because of people like Fetterman wanting to release hardened criminals out onto the streets. Well, look at this one. Here's one with Joe Brandon. And I want y'all to listen what he says about releasing criminals back out into the street, basically. If they're incarcerated for murder, for crimes, for rape, what have you, they should stay in jail. But listen to what Joe Brandon says. This is not just a Fetterman issue. This is a Democrat issue. All the Democrats at some point will release all of these hardened criminals back out into the streets.
You commit to cutting incarceration by 50% if elected?
We can do it more than that. There should be no... look, get his name. I'll send you exactly what my program is.
Is it a yes or no?
Yeah, the answer is yes.
The answer is yes. Yes, he's going to let at least 50% of them out into the streets. So imagine right now, and this was back in 2019 when he said this. Imagine if they go ahead and implement that on a mass scale. Just imagine. People, this stuff is happening right now because of the demonic spirit. And again, like I mentioned a minute ago, people cannot make that connection. I really don't understand it. The only explanation why these people are doing this is because of this demonic spirit. That's the only explanation. For it to be this many people, they're all in coordination with one another to do this demonic stuff. They're all in it together. Now, I do have some videos that I want to share with you. Actually, let me skip this one first. I might come back to it. But I want to show you this. The Democrats, they always play the race card. Y'all heard this, right? And people go, oh, well, the race card, oh, the race card, oh, the race card. They do this so you'll go, oh, the race card, oh, the race card. So they'll continue to push it, and they get you to be silent about it. And then once you're silent about it, it only means that you agree that there's still racism the way they suggest that it is. Stop being silent. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. If you're not racist, then speak up, say something. You know what? No, you're the racist one. Call them out for who they are. And you don't have to tell them that you have black friends or black family members. None of that. Just straight up tell them, you're the racist. You don't know nothing about me. You're the racist. It's the left. It's the Democrats that are the racists. But they always bring it in. Listen to this.
And last year, we celebrated 400 years since you can use celebrate, but we acknowledged the 400-year anniversary of the unwilling, unlawful arrival of enslaved Africans in Jamestown, Virginia. And we know that in that 400 years, we're still waiting for our moment for America to be great. You know, we still don't
I mean, he's talking to a room of total liberals, and he's telling all of them, we're still waiting for our moment for America to be great. America was great for me under President Trump. I'm going to say it again. America was great for me as a black man in America under President Trump. And it was great for millions and millions of other people. So it was great. President Trump was making America great again. He really was. But they hated him so much for it because he was helping black people out. And they're just sitting there like lumps on a log, listening to him say this, and no one is disagreeing with him. But he's just sitting there saying it. Listen to this one. I've constantly told people that they are wanting to stack the Supreme Court. If they get what they want a week from now, if these demonic people get what they want a week from now, guess what? Guess what? They're going to stack the courts. If they get what they want, they're going to do away with the filibuster. They're going to do away with the Electoral College. They're literally going to destroy the country like never before.
When it comes to progress being impeded by the Supreme Court, is there room for some sort of Supreme Court reform? Yeah. And I got a good friend of mine, good buddy of mine is leading the charge right now when it comes to expanding the court. But I am more than willing to have that conversation. He's more than willing to have that conversation. See, this is the reason why we don't need any Democrats in office, period. There shouldn't be any of them there, period, because they're not looking out for the best interests of America. They're trying to figure out how they can implement all of their wokeness.
Now, Mandela, are you willing to ask the president to sign on to student loan forgiveness? Yes, I am. I think that student loan forgiveness is something that will help our economy a great deal. It is nearly impossible for people in my age group to own a home. It's nearly impossible for people in my age group to reach the to come anywhere close to the American dream as was. So dishing out more money causes the inflation to go up. When the government is spending more money, it causes the inflation to go up. And he literally just sit there and said, dishing out more money to people who did not want to take responsibility for the student loan that they took out. I took responsibility for my student loan. They should have to take responsibility for theirs. All it was them buying votes. That's all that was. But he's literally saying it's going to help out the economy by doing this. How is it going to help the economy when it's going to cause the inflation to go up even higher? It already has. Millions upon millions of people are applying for it, and there's no way for them to prove that you even have a student loan. They're just asking for basic information that you can lie about, and they'll send you some money. 10 grand, up to 20 grand, what I hear.
I did not say, and nor do I believe in defunding the police. He is lying again. And I've never said that I believe in defunding the police.
So yes to some defunding.
We have to reallocate resources. So yes.
So yes. These people are unbelievable. Okay, so I did say I'll come back to the other one. Again, I should have played it right when I played the first one when I got to him. Because how many of you right now appreciate being in America? If you don't like America and you hate America, you hate the American flag, kindly leave. Kindly get out.
Seriously, get out. Get a one-way plane ticket to another country that will take you. We don't want you. If you hate the country, get out. But listen to what he says. He's saying that the reason why America, he said he's going to tell you. Let me just play it. Listen.
States of America is the most wealthy. It is the most powerful nation on earth. And that is because of forced labor on stolen land. We have to teach the reality of why we are where we are, or else people will just assume it just happened this way because of hard work, because of pulling up by your bootstraps.
So hard work and pulling up by your bootstrap. Oh, that's not the reason why you're successful. That's not the reason, because we're on stolen land. That's what he's saying. I was born here. The good men and women that came here before, guess what? Some places, they have to conquer the places. That's the way it is. Conquer. It's happened ever since the planet has been here. It's been conquer. One location, conquer. Putin is doing it right now with Ukraine. It happens. But because the men and women that started the United States of America, we are the greatest nation on the planet in history. In history. And they want to change that.
Reason why we haven't seen an increase in the minimum wage since 2009 is because, again, this is a nation where the wealth was built off of free forced labor.
You can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. So let me just do a recap real quick. So we had the governor of New York saying that there's no crime. It's all made up. It's all fictitious. It's not even real. It's just a conspiracy that they're pushing out there, trying to fearmonger. But then I show you all of the videos where all of these reports of these crimes throughout the country. So who do you believe? Someone who's just telling you to believe something, or what you're seeing for yourself? There's no way. No way. People are getting away from all of this stupidity of the left. You've got to. You have an opportunity here in just a few days, just 1 week. What's going to happen? Because it's crazy. It is crazy. Absolutely crazy. All right. So I would say thank you. Let me just say this way. Thank you to everyone who supported me. Thank you so much. For some reason, I can't see any of the people supporting me. I can't see any of it. It's not even showing it to me. So please, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all your support. Thank you for being with me this evening and allowing me to share this information with you. Do me a favor. Hit the share button on this right now. Hit the share button on this, because somebody out there, they need to see this information. I'm just wanting to inform people. That's it. Someone needs to see this information. So I'm asking you right now, hit the share button. Hit the share button. God bless. Good night.